What's good, guys? Today we are at Tsukuba 1000, one of my favorite little circuits here in Japan. And that's because of this big long entry here into the first corner. It's a whole lot of fun. You get to practice fast handbrake entries and sliding for a nice amount of time. It is also the first track that I came here with and got some coaching with Oka-chan, so it's got some sentimental value as well. First track I drifted on here in Japan. But anyways, enough talk and intro. Car's already prepped and ready and unpacked, so we're gonna get straight on track. Let's get to it. No steering in the front at all. Just total understeering. I definitely need some new front tires. I was trying to get 4 events out of these front Zestinos, but I guess you can't. 3 seems to be the max for me. But I'm still gonna drive. Understeer is insane. I'm gonna try and let some air out of these tires, the front tires, and get some more grip back. But it's just getting ridiculous, the understeer on this. It's like the moment I'm in a slide, I just can't try and bring the car back around at all. Damn it. Okay, so the whole reason why I was having all those massive understeering issues, more than I would normally have to deal with, because every Skyline has understeer issues. It was because of how hot it is today. It's like I said, it's like 42 degrees out on track. Plus, I'm actually drifting and running these, so they're heating up as well. The pressure inside there got up to like 3 bar. So that's why they were just slipping all over the place and I had no grip in the front end. So I've let out a whole bunch of air on the front and the rears. The rears crept up a lot as well. So hopefully by the next session that I head out on, we should be good pressure-wise in the tires, but I'll keep monitoring it throughout the day. The new Silent tires seem to be doing pretty good. So it's the grip session right now and everyone's out there trying to get their times down and kind of figure out their cars. There's a really cool kind of, in Australia we call these a Toyota Echo, but over here I think they're called the Fits. The Vits, V, not an F. Anyways, later on in the day we'll film some of the grip stuff and try and get some passenger runs. But for now, I just need to hydrate and relax because it is so hot. I'm starting to feel a little bit dizzy. So gonna drink a couple bottles of water and just chill out for a bit. Okay, let's head out and have some more fun. That was pretty good. Wow. Letting the air out in the rear is really giving me a bunch more grip and bite. Much more grippier in the front now. Wow. Made a huge difference. That was a solid run, a bit of baking too. I don't know how long these new tires are going to last me. my gosh, this car feels so good. Just tire pressure, man, that's insane. Fun, man. I want an S15 so bad. Hey, they just handle so nice. I just want to squat up, you know what I mean? Like, you just want to, like, you know, get all the same car as your friends and squat up. That's kind of what I want to do. But the S15 really is like a really good car for drifting. Oh, he's going off. Oh yeah, it's 10:29, session's over. But that was fun. We got a bit of tandem practice in there, so that was good. Woo! That was some fun, and I get to put the other tires on that have some more grip than these now. I wonder if Okajuku's got any that I could buy off him or borrow. I don't know, we'll see how desperate I get. The day ends at 12, so we've got, what is it, 10:30, so 11:30, 12:30, 11:30, one more session. Okay, so no, we'll be fine. Okay, so changing tires, and I wanted to show you guys the difference between these two. So this is the 245s that I was just running, and nice even spread there of wear, and you can just see like how much wider this is than this. So these are the 225s that I was using at Nikko that had no grip. These are fine for gymkhana and, like, you know, skid pan practice, but when you're on something like this doing high speed entries, it's just bad. So anyways, I'm gonna try and let a whole bunch of air out of these to get some use out of them here. We'll see how they go. They only need to get me through one more session before it's barbecue time. So yeah, but damn, nice even wear across here, like pretty decent. So it's the grip session right now, and it's kind of cool to watch these guys get their times lower and lower each time they pass. So how the system works is, you see that big sign there with all the numbers on it? They have a tag in their car, and every time they pass it, it'll update, and at the end they're able to see like what was their fastest time. So it's pretty cool to watch them like work at it. My favorite car out here is definitely this Toyota Vitz today. It's just cool to see such a little car out there smashing it, and it's a bit natsukasshi, I guess, or like nostalgic for Okajuku, because if you don't know, if you look up some versions of, like some episodes of Hot Version, Okajuku actually did up a Yoshio factory version of the Vitz, and it was like turboed and really fast and a whole bunch of fun. Anyways, he went up and raced against a whole bunch of Civics and stuff back in the day on Hot Version. So it was cool to watch. But anyways, yeah, grip's kind of cool. There's not many people on track right now. I think everyone's kind of like exhausted and heat stroked from the heat today and taking a break. But the next drift session's coming up, so I'm gonna get ready for that. So that was an awesome last session. Car is going great. I was able to get some grip out of those 225s. I ran them at 18 PSI just so I had enough grip, and they still survived. A little bit missing from the edges here because of the handbrake entries, but the majority of the grip in the center is still there, if you can see that. So these will be good for like a gymkhana kind of skid pan day, so I might keep them for now. But otherwise, I'm gonna pack up everything now, put it in the car, and then we're gonna move the cars because we don't have the track, like this section of the track from 12 onwards, because we're doing our barbecue over there in the shade. So there might be another event happening here, I don't know yet. But anyways, I'm gonna pack up everything, put the time lapse on, and then we'll pick up the vlog from there. Okay, so we moved from Tsukuba 1000 to 2000, and the bikes were racing on here, but they've taken a break now. The barbecue's just started. and some good looking meat. Can't wait to eat it. Oka-chan's mixing up his barbecue sauce. Can't wait to dig in. All right, so I'm heading home now, and the rest of the barbecue was awesome. We ate so much. I don't generally film those kind of things because like it's just hard for me to film and socialize at the same time, and especially with like all my friends and stuff within the Yoshio factory kind of group, I think it's like better for me to try and focus on like, you know, trying to create more and more Japanese relationships because I need to practice my Japanese more and things like that. So I'm sure you guys will understand why I kind of like cut the video there at the start of the barbecue and things like that. It was such a good time though. Some of the meat that Oka-chan gets, he's like really into cooking, so he always gets like the best of the best like meat and marinates it and things like that. So it was awesome. We had beef, we had pork, some kind of special sausage. It was awesome. Anyways, like I said, heading home. I'll throw you guys on a time lapse, and then once we get home, we'll continue the vlog from there. Okay, so I've just gotten home and I finished unpacking everything in the car, and I figured it was a good opportunity for me to wash the car. It's filthy dirty. The whole rear of the car is covered in like burnt rubber. I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but you can see it all here on the number plate really clearly, but the whole back of this is just completely covered in rubber. So I'm gonna give the whole car a good wash, and it's a good opportunity for me to cool down as well and get wet and everything, because this weather is just, it's crazy hot here. It's ridiculous. I kind of envy everyone in Australia right now enjoying the cold winter that's rolling in there. But anyways, gonna throw you guys back on the time lapse, and we'll wash the car. Okay, so as I was spraying underneath the rear end here to get all the rubber out, I glanced in my exhaust pipe and I came across that all the way at the end. It's some really big, huge chunk that's stuck in there. So that's a little bit interesting. I'll have to investigate that later. I don't feel like jacking up the car and taking my exhaust off right now, but I'm going to continue washing the car and definitely figure out what that is probably in the next video. Alright, so the car is now clean, well, as clean as you can get with a daily drifter, I guess, but all the rubber's kind of off and there's no dirt or anything on it. There's a fair bit of tire slap on this side of the car, on the fender here. You can't really see it, but it's from all the rubber like melting and coming off the front tires. So I'll have to go over that with a rag and CRC probably tomorrow or later on. But otherwise she's clean now at least, and looks much better. Anyways guys, here is where I'm actually going to end today's video. Today was just such an awesome day. I feel super confident and proud of myself of all the improvement and what I was able to do today at Tsukuba 1000. I've said this before in other videos when I've gone there, but every time I go back there, it's just such a good feeling for me, because I know when I first started drifting, that was the first track I went on, and how bad I was then compared to every time I go there now. It's just so much, like, it feels like I've improved so much, and I really have. It's been 1 year today. Today is like the 1 year anniversary for me and Oka-chan, like for him starting to coach me. And I have to say, 1 year of just learning from him, I have gotten so much better. It surprises me when I go through and look at some of the old footage. It's insane. Anyways, two main things that I learned today that I really want to sort out on the car. One is the steering issue. I've got a lot of issues with bind and just not enough angle. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to figure out the binding issues right now, is I'm just going to keep putting up with it until I get the angle kit from GK Tech, because when we get that in there, then we can sort everything all out in one hit. And there's a good chance that that kit with the offset spaces and everything is already going to solve it for me anyways. And then the other thing is I need the turbo to spool up faster. That's just, I have to have that with all the tracks that I'm driving on here in Japan. I definitely need it. I'm really struggling to get it to shift into third gear and getting the tires spinning because there's no boost anywhere at the start. So Oka-chan was pretty confident that you know, to change the exhaust manifold to a higher flowing one, and then obviously a metal head gasket so that we can play around with the ignition timing a heap. But yeah, we'll play with that, see if that fixes it. If not, Mumba's already got a smaller rear housing ready for me. So if none of that makes any changes, we'll go to a smaller housing. But anyways, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit up all my social media down in the description. If you want to send me anything, my PO box address is there as well. And I'll catch you on the next video. Ja mata ne. Star Wars.
Twing, twing.